just great to practice is, kind of monotonous when you get to camp. So it's nice to go out there and go compete against somebody else.
Do you think about the neck at all, like before a game like that?
I told you last week, man, I don't think about it during practice. Dang sure don't think about it in the game. I'm just trying to think of how to get in the end zone, how to get the first down, or whatever situation we're in.
Kind of on that, just in a general sense about how running backs in their past, going through college and going into the NFL, if you go back in college, is that a situation where you'd like to split carries? Because you had a lot of work there.
I really don't. It's really not something that factors into my mindset. In college, I think I had like 25 carries a game. So, I didn't really split too much in college. My junior year, my last year, I did a little bit. But, I split carries a lot in Green Bay. We had Aaron Jones, Jamal Williams, Josh Jacobs the last year. So, it's not really something that factors into my game day routine or whatever because it's football. And you guys know as good as anybody. It could be anybody's day. God forbid something happens. So, just kind of always prepare and be ready for whatever the workload is.
Does that change when, as you mentioned, at BC you carried it a lot? Did that change in Green Bay when you were part of that process?
Well, yeah, just naturally. I was a rookie coming in. They had Jamal and Aaron Jones in their fourth year. So just naturally, just kind of the way the league goes. But, there's been games I've started. There's been games I've, as a rookie, didn't get many carries. There's been games somebody gets hurt, and then I got to play the whole game. I'm the only running back in the situation. So, I feel like that, how many carries, when I'm getting the carries, that doesn't really affect me. I'm just excited to get out there and play.
It sounds like, there is a random element to careers and such. So, but is there any benefit, do you think, early on to kind of have load management from the beginning?
I don't know. That's not for me to say. I haven't ever, I played Madden a little bit, but I really haven't had any, role managing the team over years and seeing all that, science behind load management. But if you can keep your hot hand fresh and you have reliable guys that can pick up the load, that's great. And so obviously we got Saquon, who's one of the best in the world. So it's great to be here, obviously compete and continue to work with him, but also watching the games last year, if there's games like, hey, we can give him a blow, it's great to have guys who can come in and, help out, contribute.
Sorry, when you miss a full year like you did, how long does it take for your pass receiving skills to kind of come back, like riding a bike type of thing where it just happens?
I've been playing football my whole life since I was 7-8 years old. So, it wasn't like I was just up on the couch not being a part of football at all. I was still, part of the Packers last year. I was still on the team. I was still at the games, still in the facility, still working out. I did a lot of great working out down in Bonita Springs in Florida, the CTP. And, they got me right. I was down there with like Matt Milano, BC guys, down there with Gardner Minshew. So you got a lot of work in the off season. So I feel like kind of, just like you said, riding a bike, get back out here.
Did you know about Tanner McKee when you were coming here, and what impressed you most about his performance on Thursday?
Yeah, I didn't know much about Tanner. We do have some mutual friends, but he's exactly what you want a quarterback to be. He's a great leader and very personable, and somebody I've definitely grown a little closer to throughout the OTA and camp process. And I was excited to see him go out there and have a great preseason game. And I think in the game, something that surprised me, not being a part of the Eagles, really seeing him and, his growth throughout his career, but just kind of being the new guy, is his poise out there was good. And I know it's a preseason game, it's the first one, but still, it's still game atmosphere. Somebody who obviously we have Jalen Hurts, so he's the backup coming in, and he handled that QB1 role and demanded everybody be on the same page in that huddle, which I was really impressed by.
You mentioned practice can get monotonous at times. Are you excited for Cleveland to come in this week to maybe see a different color?
We just saw a different color. We just played a preseason game. We'll play 2 more. I don't really have a stance on joint practices. I think the way that this organization is run and the way everybody here practices is whether it's different color, whether we have pads or no pads, you're going to get your best effort. When we're on that field, we work. And so, it's always great to get a different look, but really doesn't change anything in my mind who's out here, when they're practicing, who we're practicing against. It's practice. We're all going to put our best foot forward, and we're going to work. That's what we do here.
When it comes to Tanner and the poise he showed, what signs do you look for from a quarterback that he has that?
I'd say like a lot of the delivery. It can be really loud in the huddle. Sometimes you're trying to scramble, or I remember we had a 2-minute drive right before half, and you're trying to hurry, and there's a lot of intensity behind it. But to be able to deliver to everybody, hey, this is a play in a calm, easy way, and everybody's locked in, dialed in. When you see guys kind of like looking around, and it's like not that they don't respect the quarterback or anything like that, but it's just like you demand a present. I always think of it like a dad voice. I have a 2-year-old son, so when I'm like, hey, no, like he's looking at me, and so I think Tanner did a really good job of just being in there, delivering, and then obviously playing a really accurate and efficient game or half, however long he played.